Hello, y'all. This is Tim Nutt here, and this is the homework assignment for lesson number 7 in the Most Excellent New and Improved Arduino Tutorial Series by Paul McWhorter. The link to this lesson will be down in the description that this homework assignment was from. And just a refresher for anyone who may be popping in that hasn't watched this series from the beginning. This is a beginner-based homework assignment video series where I take and do the homework using only the materials and principles that have been taught thus far in the series. There'll be more efficient ways of doing it, and which that'll be taught later. And so this is just basically from a beginner's perspective, using only what has been taught thus far, and how to complete the homework assignment without any extra frills or fancy code. Like I said, there's lots of other ways to do this, but this is using the material that's been taught thus far. But anyway, the homework assignment for this lesson is to use analogWrite and change the brightness of an LED, have it go up and down, separated by a 5-second delay. We'll do that for the homework, and then we'll play with some of the delays to make it a little more noticeable as we go up and down and the different analogWrite values. But first, let's see, we need to start setting our circuit up. Let me switch over here. All right, and it's always good to unpower your Arduino before you hook any circuit up, just to be safe. This particular one, there's not a huge threat to short circuit anything, but it's always good practice. So, all right, we're going to put our LED in. Remember, long leg goes toward the positive, short leg goes toward the negative. So I'll put the short leg there. I'm going to go ahead and hook my ground up first. And we'll put our current limiting resistor on the long leg. And you can use it the short or the long leg, but it was shown on the long leg, so that's the way I'm going to do it. So hopefully it'll avoid any confusion. I'm going to use pin 9 here. There we go. It's pin 9. Now we'll connect it to the other leg of the resistor. And that should be our circuit if we did it right. Alright, let's get to the coding here. I want to turn it on first just to make sure the circuit works, and then we'll get in the coding. So we'll set up our LED. So we'll do red LED is equal to pin 9. That's where we put it. That's why we're always using set up our variables first. That way we're not using constants down in the loop. And I'm going to set a bright value first just to turn it on. We'll go bright 5 is equal to 255. And then let's see here. Actually, we can go ahead and set the rest of our ints up right now. And then we'll turn it on before we start copy and paste to make it do it. So we're going to start with bright 1. 1. And we're going to make that equal to, let's say, we'll just do 5 to see what it does. Then our int bright 2 is equal to, say, 10. Now I'm just making these up as I go along. It can be any different values to experiment with between 0 and 255. We'll say 25. And let's go 0.4 will make, let's make that 100. Alright, I'm also going to, I will put it up here so it stays in order really. I'm also going to make an off is equal to 0. I'll use that a little later while we're playing along. Alright, so we have our brightness value set up, we have our pin set up. Let's go ahead and set our delay up while we're up in here. And DT, we'll use DT for delay, and we'll equal that to, let's see, it's, we'll make it 5,000 milliseconds for the homework. We'll do that, and then we'll play with that value a little bit to just see what we can do with it. So now we need to do a pin mode for pin 9. So pin mode, that is red LED, and it is an output. That should be all we need to do in the void setup. So let's go, let's turn it on just to make sure it works right. analogWrite. And then we'll be turning red LED to a value of bright 5. And that should turn it on at 255, which should be max brightness. So let's hold our breath and see what we get. Oh, what did we do? Oh, it would definitely help if we plugged our Arduino back in. There we go. Now let's run this again. And our LED's on. Good, our circuit works. So now let's change this to the, actually we'll change that to off. Now it'll turn it off because we have that set to 0. There we go. Alright, now let's add a delay in. If I could spell correctly. I still can't spell correctly, or type apparently. Delay DT. Alright, so now let's go and I want to put an extra space there just because I like spaces. I'm not worried about storage space at this moment. So we're going to copy this. Control C. And I'm going to do this 5 times. Alright, it's for the homework assignment, and then we'll play around with it a little bit more. We're going to change this to bright 1, bright 2, I probably should have changed it to bright and then copy pasted, but it won't take that much longer. This is a short code. Bright 1, bright 5. Alright, so now when we put run, it should start out at the brightness of 5, then wait 5 seconds, go to 10, 5 seconds 25, 5 seconds to 100, and 5 seconds to 255, and then loop back around to the beginning again. Let's see what that looks like, see if we can notice a difference there. You can see it barely came on at 5, and then it got a little bit brighter to 10, and we got it to go a little brighter yet to 25, and then a little brighter yet to 100, and then it should go max brightness. There's max brightness, and it go back to 5 again. There we go. All right, good. So let's go and so that was the homework assignment. I want to play with it just a little bit more on here to make it a little bit more noticeable. So we're going to copy this, Control C, make it a little easier to, that'll be that for 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll do one for off. Alright, so now we're gonna change that to 4. We'll make it, because we're gonna make it go bright and dim and then bright and dim and bright and dim and back and forth there, a little faster than every 5 seconds there, just to play with it some. And we'll make this off. And now it should start out dim, work our way up, then go back down. We'll let it cycle through once here at the 5 second, and then we'll drop the delay down so it'll be a little faster, noticeable change there. There should go one more brightness level, I believe. Yep, there we go. And it should start dropping back down. And 5 seconds later, drop down again. And again. And one more time, then it should go off and then start back up again. There we go. Alright, now instead of 5 seconds, let's make it a half a second. And we can see it cycle through a little quicker there. Stepping up through and then back down, brightening up, back down again, and off in between. Let's see what it looks like at, say, 50 milliseconds. Just for fun's sake here. Like it's pulsing or blinking. And let's see what it looks like at 100. There's a little more pulsing there. But anyway, that was the homework assignment. We just did a little extra at the end just for fun. But that was the homework assignment. We had 5 different brightness values where we could notice the difference. And 5 second delay in between. And then we did a little real experimenting and playing around afterwards. So, and that is how you can do that. And I believe next lesson will be a little more involved in the analogWrite and what's going on with it. But that was just kind of an introduction on this lesson to the analogWrite. That's how it's done. Thank you much for watching, and if it helped you or you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe, or share this. Maybe another beginner out there might catch some tips and tricks for some of these videos. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next homework. Thank you much. Bye.